Hey, rule man, don't let them kill me off. I'm the best character in the goddamn show, man. Euphoria, Season 2. It's just finished. Of course, it's all over Twitter, and anyone who hasn't seen it automatically hates the show because everyone's talking about it. I get that. I've always felt that way about shit that everyone's hyping up about. But how does Euphoria Season 2 actually do? Well, is it as good as Season 1? No, I wouldn't say so. Season 1 was just better. It usually is for every show ever because it's just cooler. It's just introducing everything, especially with a show like this. It's gonna like keep the same characters pretty much. So that's why Season 1 was better. It's just all new, it's fun, it's cool. This season just kind of was the same thing, but just kind of recycled in a different way. But not the worst recycling. This is like good recycling, you know? Like they had some cool stuff in here. They had a really cool episode 5 with Rue, when she's just kind of lost the fucking plot. That was a really cool fucking episode. And you got some cool plot lines, some cool flashback stuff, some cool sequences throughout this series, alright? It's not bad by any means. But it did break up some of the relationships I actually liked from Season 1, such as Rue and Jules. I liked their little relationship going on. I thought they had an interesting dynamic. Even Nate and Maddie I thought was an interesting relationship, even if it was the most toxic shit you've ever seen. Nate and Cassie was just irritating. And talking to Cassie, she just lost the fucking plot in this series. She was just very annoying and emotionally unstable throughout the entirety of this season. She was quite painful to watch a lot of the time. That's not down to bad acting, it's just painful to watch anyway. And of course it really felt like Jules and Kat lost a lot of their screen time, and you know, we've all kind of heard it's because they kind of don't get along with the creator of the show, Sam something or other. They've had their disagreements, so he was like, alright, fuck you then, I'm gonna just cut your screen time. Kat I don't mind too much because I wasn't a huge fan of her character, but Jules, I like Jules as a character, alright. I think she's an interesting character. Shame they cut her way the fuck out because she was pivotal to Rue, and Rue's the main character. I'm just saying, you know, it's a weird one to have beef over. In my Season 1 review I said it was hard to take your eyes off the screen for the show because it's really kind of sucks you in. This one not so much. I found my eyes wandering a little bit more. I found myself checking my phone a little bit more. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed, and the last episode that, you know, just came out today for me, I was a bit like, it's okay, but I was kind of bored for most of it until shit picked up with Fezco. And Fez is probably the most likable character now. I've always been a big fan of Fez, just such a cool guy, and I had no idea that's actually what he's like in real life as well. Sort of like a behind the scenes thing. He genuinely speaks like that, which is fucking awesome, man. He's just so laid back, man. And Rue's always been an interesting character, but obviously now she's no longer a drug addict. As bad as this sounds, she's not that interesting anymore because her most interesting shit was when she was on a bender and she was just doing crazy shit. It was very fucking fascinating to watch. But now she's off that, she's clean, so it's kind of, yeah, that's good for her, man, she's happy. But it's not that interesting anymore, you know? And like I said, I like Jules a lot, thought she was a very interesting character, but now she's out. Creator don't like it, so that's that. The finale, of course, to this season was pretty dramatic, but all three storylines that they had sort of going on, just they're completely unrelated. It kind of feels like yeah, everyone knows each other, but it's just like one extreme to one not so extreme, you know what I mean? Like a play that offends people and a guy literally committing murder getting raided by the SWAT teams, you know? And talking of that shit, man, I'm glad Fez is okay, but man, rip Ashtray. Ashtray, man. Open the door. Very interesting, very tense, but you know, it's just one of them. It just kind of feels a bit like, whoa, here's one crazy storyline, here's a not so crazy storyline involving play. So you just be like, okay, like the whole episode I'm watching the play, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with Fezco right now? That's all I want to see. I think this was a good season of Euphoria. Overall, it was pretty solid. It wasn't as good as the first season, I think, but it did have the best episode in episode 5 where Zendaya just goes crazy and loses her shit and she's on some mad drug bender. That was such a cool episode. I was tense and sweating and having to pause it, just take a breather through the whole episode. I was like, damn, this is fucking crazy. But yeah, overall, first season was better. It's more interesting. It was something new, you know. This was fine though, and you know, I think it warrants another season for sure to sort of wrap up all these characters in their last year of high school. But overall, not as good. I would give season 2 of Euphoria I'm between 8 and 8.5. It's good television. I'm gonna say 8.5. 8 would be harsh. 8.5 for Euphoria Season 2. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed that, leave a like, I guess. I don't know. Leave a comment if you've watched it. If you've seen it, of course. Let me know what you thought about season 2. But yeah, man, I've been Joe Squared, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man.